Hi my loves, it's me Laurie and I'm so excited to tell you today more about how to live with the moon. As most of you already know that the moon is my totally favorite topic, I'm so excited to teach you more and more how to start to get into the cycle of the moon and like to live with the moon again. Like this is something that totally changed my life and that helped me a lot, not only on a daily basis but also to really be the creator of my life, to manifest all the beauty, all the love, all the success into my life. Like everything that's happening for me right now is what I manifested. And of course, I do a lot of manifesting work like each and every day with several techniques. I have a lot of practices how to constantly work on yourself to make yourself like a super machine of attracting what you desire. But how I started to do all of that was to get back into the cycle of the moon. And this is what I want to show you today. So now you already know that you can manifest your dream life with the moon, but there's also so much more behind. Like the moon is the planet, most of all, of our intuition, of our soul, of our heartfelt desires. This is why we manifest with the moon. But also, of our female nature. And the moon is so connected with women. It's the planet of women and therefore also of fertility. So you maybe already realized that the cycle of the moon is about 29 and a half days. It's also our cycle is about 29 days. And there's no coincidence, we women always used to live with the moon, always, and to get back into the cycle of the moon truly helped me to understand my femininity as also my female cycle. It really helped me to see when my body needed rest or when my body needs rest and when it's full of energy. So also if you want to get back into a natural cycle, start to live with the moon. Like when I started to work more and more with the moon, my female cycle just got the same as the moon cycle, and this really helps you also when you want to get pregnant, to really get back into your fertility. So like just start with the topic because I think that's interesting. So for example, like the natural cycle of the moon starts always with the new moon, as the new moon is the darkest and the most female point of the moon, and therefore it's also like the phase where most of the women have the period. It's the phase where, in the most darkness, we clean ourselves. We clean ourselves from negativity, from everything that shouldn't be a part of our new journey, of our new moon cycle. And this is the part where most of the women have the period. It's about cleaning yourself. And then at full moon, this is the phase where most of the women are fertile, and this makes so much sense because like the full moon is the phase where there is the most male energy around. So it's a very driven energy. Everything wants to get into movement, and it's also the energy of sexuality. So like this is why in ancient time the big feasts were always at full moon. You know, all the witchy parties, they were at full moon, and most of the babies, you know, were created at full moon. And this makes totally sense to me, to be honest, because like the energy is so heated at full moon, and it's the most supportive energy when, yeah, you want to get pregnant. Like this is the cycle, you know. And this is also you know, like after the new moon, after the full moon, it's the time where our body, you know, like we were at the climax and we need more rest again until we come to the most female part again, to the most silent and quiet part again at new moon. And you can also see this cycle of, you know, like getting more and more heated energy, arriving the climax at full moon, and then, you know, getting back into the more silent energy. You can also see this or use this energy for your wishes. So like if you want to start to live with the moon, you know, it's, I guess, the most easiest way to work with the two biggest parts of new moon and full moon. And you can also divide, you know, like these parts into two different parts of an increasing energy and a decreasing energy. The first half of the moon month, starting with the new moon, is a very driven energy. We are totally getting into the male energy, where everything is allowed to increase, to grow, to get bigger. So the first half of the moon month is really the phase of really doing something, you know, of getting things done, of really working on yourself, on your wishes, on your visions, to really make a very good ground and base for all of your wishes to grow. So everything is allowed to grow in the first half. So this is also really the time where a lot of energy is around and where it's constantly growing. And I really want you to use this energy for all of your projects, for all of your visions, because you have the most supportive energy in this first half of the month, all right? And then we are reaching the climax at full moon, like the most intense part, you know, where we already worked so much, we already done so much, and we are full of emotions, of experiences, of thoughts, and it's time to release them, you know, to let go of them, because you already done everything in the first half, and you are now allowed to release them, to let go of everything that's too much, of everything that maybe already limits you because you are too full. You're full of energy like the full moon, you know. And you know, like full moon is also, the moon is full of sun energies. Sun energy is male energy, you know. And like this is a very, very driven energy, and for us it really can be just too much. So it's all about releasing, exhaling, letting go. And after this phase of the full moon, we are starting the second half, the second cycle, you know, and this is the most female cycle, you know. So after the male full moon, we are entering the more quiet, more calm cycle, the female cycle, where we are allowed to, you know, be more silent, more calm. You already done everything in the first half. Now it's time to give yourself some rest and to have the big faith that you already done everything for your wishes to grow. And it's also the phase where you're allowed to see your wishes coming true if they didn't already come true, in the first half. And it's also like a phase of reflecting on yourself, on your wishes, on your further plans also, because we are coming closer to the new moon. And with the new moon, we arrive again at the most female, quiet part, where it's also time to reflect on the whole cycle, everything that happened for you, and to start the new journey again of manifesting your wishes. So the most easiest thing would be to, create your new moon as also your full moon ritual, and to be really aware of all the topics that are around that want to be worked through. Like these topics are always connected with the sun and the moon. Like, where's the sun? In which sign is the sun? What's the challenge of the sun energy, of the sun topics? And where's the moon? What are the topics that you are allowed to work through in your inner world, in your emotions? And to work on these two topics of beginning of refilling yourself with new ideas, new wishes at new moon, and then to let go of too much limiting energies at full moon. All right? So then there's even more, of course, like maybe you already heard about the 8 phases. And with the 8 phases, you really get into detail of what you can do in each phase. The phases changes with each 3.5 days. So for example, the new moon energy is around about 3.5 days. And also the full moon, and then each phase. And I will give you, like a sheet where everything is very detailed, all the information to the exact phases. I think it's going too much into detail in this video because you will receive like too much information at once. But you can read it. I think it's very good to like have all the information on one piece of paper, and you can also print it yourself and like put it into your journal, your calendar or stuff like that, so that you can always have a read and then see, okay, where am I right now and what am I allowed to do in order to grow. Another thing that I think is important and that I want to talk about in this video is about the quarter moons, because the quarter moons always like separate each half, and so the quarter moons always appear between new moon and full moon. There you have the quarter moon, and then again between full moon and new moon you have the other quarter moon. So we have 2 quarter moons in one moon cycle, and quarter moons always represent phases where you start to doubt yourself, like you are in the middle of your new moon wishes, and you've already done everything to nurture the ground for your wishes to grow, but somehow you didn't see them coming true, for example, and these are phases where the moon is half full with male energies already of the sun, and the other half is full of female energies. So we have those 2 energies, and they are like in balance, in harmony. But this is something that's kind of hard for yourself, because you have both energies at the same time, and the moon isn't full, but it's also not empty, you know, you're in between. And this creates an energy where you start to doubt yourself, to doubt your wishes. And these phases are very tricky, you know, because the universe is always listening to what you think and what you feel. And if you start to doubt yourself and your wishes, you are sending out the energy of, I don't believe in myself, I don't believe in my vision to come true, and I don't believe in you, universe. You know what I mean? And you are sending the energy out to the universe that you fear that your vision isn't coming true, and you send the energy out that you don't think that you achieve this. And of course, you know, like the universe takes your words, because the universe takes you very seriously, and it's always listening to what you are saying to yourself as also to the universe. And of course, it, you know, like makes everything that your vision don't come true. And maybe, you know, the universe was already creating everything, you know, like the universe was already doing everything that your vision is allowed to come true. And out of sudden, you say, I don't believe in you. I mean, what are you doing? You're blocking the energy. You are blocking your wish to come true. And therefore, it won't come true. And you have to start again at the following new moon. And this is hard, you know, like you want to grow, but also you are limiting yourself, you are blocking yourself again. And this is why it's so important to, you know, like even if there are challenges, or if you receive messages where you think, all right, my vision can't come true because of this message, you know, always believe in yourself, because you know, like you manifest how your vision will come true, but maybe the universe, you know, has another plan for you to also make your vision come true, but in another way that you think it should, you know, and you're blocking your vision to come true when not believing in yourself. And maybe the universe, you know, sent you this message of no, not this way, to just give you even a bigger and better opportunity for your vision to grow. Do you know what I mean? You know, like these challenges, they will always appear. That's life. It's also always up and down, you know, and we need these challenges because, you know, we grow out of them, and it's on you how to react and how to work with these challenges. And I really, really want you to start believing in yourself, like each and every fucking second, you know, because if you don't believe in yourself, you can't create your life, you know. I also have sometimes problems because, of course, challenges appear, but also I believe in my vision and I know that they come true, and they do. And you know, like most of them even came true so much better than I've imagined. And also, you know, like this is something that I always say, you know, like trust the universe, because it really wants you to grow. And yeah, you know, like give also the universe the opportunity to make your vision coming true even better and bigger than you imagined it, because the universe has the power to do so. And yeah, it's amazing if you just, you know, get into the cycle. Like this is something I could talk about like for hours and hours because you know, like the flat I am currently in, my new home, like, like the power is. If you really get, I just have to say it before, like the power is, if you once start to get into the cycle of manifestation with the moon, you really train yourself so much that it's getting more and more easy for you to manifest in each and every second, and I'm at the point, where I really have to be so aware of what I wish for, because it's coming true very, very quick. Of course, I also have like bigger wishes, where I also know it takes a lot of more, time, and also some of the wishes don't come true, but also just because I was creating another energy, because I already knew that my vision has changed in the meantime. This is why they don't come true. But the other ones, like all of them are coming true, and so many things, just come true overnight or in the very second. And like for the home, my new home that I'm currently in, like this is, some of you already may know the story, but it was one day before my birthday, at the 15th of May, and I was seeing a studio in a very cool old fabric industry factory. And I was saying to Manu, like, oh babe, once in our lifetime we have to live in an old factory, because we both really love old factories where something was created, and yeah, I really was so in love with that studio, and I thought like, maybe I rent it for, my coaching sessions, is also for my events. And another day at my birthday, like Manu was just having a look into some websites, and there this flat was, like out of nowhere. We were looking for a home for 2 weeks, and there it was, out of nowhere, and so at the same day we drove to this home, and we left all of our energy here. Like really, we felt in love immediately. It's at the waterside, close to the woods, and a very cute old city. And like it was like 3 days later, we already were in the flat. And although, like we didn't have all the documents, and both of us, didn't have, like had a fixed job, like where you that you receive that amount of money each and every month, because both of us work on our own. And out of nowhere, like within 1 week, this flat was ours, and I just, put out the wish I want to once in our life live in a factory, and 1 week later we got a yes for this amazing new home, and it was even brighter and bigger and more than we ever imagined. Like this place is perfect for us, and yeah. So like this is just one example, but like everything around my business, like just 2 weeks ago, before I was going to the bed, I sent out a wish of a specific job, and within that night, like 3 hours later, I received an email from the other side of the world, really, like giving me exactly that opportunity, what I was wishing for, and also even bigger and bigger and bigger than I ever imagined. And this is how I really live on, a daily basis. And here we come to the daily moon work. I've already talked about it in another video, I guess, like in the basics of astrology. But to just tell you that what I can recommend is to put the daily moon into your calendar, you know, to just write next to the date where the moon will be on that date, because I plan everything, like every business meeting, every also coachings, for example, or very special coachings also. It's also my private stuff with the moon, because the moon rules your emotions, your feelings, your intuition, your soul. And if you start to give your soul the exact energies, you will always, you know, do things in the right way. And especially when it comes to big meetings or projects or events, for example, it's so good to know where the energy will be, and also how to work with specific partners, you know. Also, you know, what's the best energy for your vision, what you want to achieve with that meeting. So it really helps me a lot. And I would just recommend to, you know, like Google moon calendar and put the city you are living in next to the moon calendar, and then just write it into your calendar, you know. And I would also love to do the moon challenge for a longer period of time if you wish for, if it helps you, that I post it each and every day, because yeah, it helps you on a daily basis, you know. And also get into, you know, the specific phases of the moon. Start to work with the two main phases of the two, you know, parts of the moon, the increasing and the decreasing part, and then get deeper with the 8 phases. All right, so I hope that this video helps you a lot to to start your very own moon journey. Please let me know if you like it, and if you have any questions to it. So I just would, you know, like answer the questions in the forum page, the community page, or also at Instagram. Or if there are more questions, I would create another video for you to even go further with the moon. You know, like this is just, you know, like a quick summary about what you can do with the moon. Of course, there's a lot more, you know, to do with the moon, and you will read everything about it in the book that I will release in the following year, in the year of the moon. And also, maybe I will create some more videos. Just let me know what you are interested in. And if you even want to go deeper right now, you can also have a look at the Living with the Moon online course that will be online very soon this year. I will give all my online courses online, I guess, with the pre-Christmas time. All right, so enjoy it, enjoy your journey. I'm excited to go on this journey together with you, and I'm happy to see you soon again. I send all my love to you, and happy moon journey. Mwah.